Alright, if you didn't catch the intro, I'm going to break it down a little bit slower for you. So, a G major 7 chord is this shape here. It's a major third, 2 whole steps, a minor third, half step and a whole step, 1.5 steps, and another major third, or a major chord with a whole step down from the octave, a half step down from the octave of the root. Alright, so we just roll through that with all of our fingers, one by one, and then when we get back down to G, we go to the C here, and just do a suspended thing there. Alright, here this is pretty simple. You're just doing the G to the E to the C to the D. Helps to kind of have your fingers all there so you can pay attention to what you're doing up here. Alright, so that's that little bell part in the intro. And then we go down to the intro. When somebody's singing it, you just be holding this G chord. One chord is the G and the bass. So I'm going to talk in numbers a little bit. Let me break that down a little bit. So G major is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. That's the whole scale. And those scale degrees are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. We use those because we can transpose that to any key. Right? So the one chord is a triad of thirds built off the one root. Okay? G, B, D. Alright, so we have one of those built. That's a 2 chord. 3 chord, we have F sharp in this key, that's why we use that. We use all the diatonic notes. 5 chord, 6, 7, 1. So we've got a 1 chord. That's for the I Don't Want a Lot for Christmas. Then we go to a 6 chord. There is just something, whatever. And then 4 chord to a minor 4 chord. This is borrowed from G minor, so it's kind of a G minor concept. Then we go back to the 1. Then we go to a 3 major, or really more accurately, dominant chord, dominant 7th chord. The reason why we're doing that is because we're setting up this E chord. So we're playing the dominant of the E. Okay, so it's got the leading tone, basically a 5 chord of E. We'll get into that. If you don't understand that, I'll do a theory lesson that breaks that down. So yeah, basically 3 chord, that's a major chord, that's dominant of this 6 chord E minor. Okay, and then we go back. Actually, it's more of a 4 chord. They don't really have the A in there. So back to that chord, and then a 1 chord again, and then this is it's a E major, but it's actually an augmented triad. So this just takes us to A. It's the same dominant thing. And then to the 5. Those are the basic triads. Of course, some of the chords have a few extensions on them. I'll show you what those are real quick. So the 1 chord is just a regular major triad. I'm just filling it out with the roots on top and the bottom. And then a 6 chord, basic triad, just filling it out. 4 chord. Then when we go to the minor 4 chord, we play the 3rd and the bass. First inversion. Alright, back to the 1, same thing. Okay, we go to this B7 chord. When you're doing a dominant 7th chord, the first thing you want to do is you get the root, you get the 3rd and the 7th. You can invert it to do it like this. That's the power of this chord. You can add, extensions on it from there. But getting getting the third and the seventh is important there. That's the first thing. And this particular one, there's not really a whole lot of extensions in it. Too many of them. All right. Then you go to the E minor, and then back to this 4 chord first inversion. That's minor, which is a C minor. Okay. And then to a 1 chord, but you got the 5th in the bass, so it's a second inversion. Okay, it's got that kind of suspended, suspenseful kind of like you're home, but you're not quite ready to stay yet. And then to an E augmented chord. This is just tension leading to this 2 chord, which is actually it's a minor 7 9. We call this a minor 9. So E G B D. A C E G B. And the reason why this is played in this song with simple chords is because that's the melody. Okay, and then this is really just a 5 chord, but the melody is a flat 9. So this is actually a D7 flat 9. And so the melody really kind of helps you add to the chords and gives you ideas on what to do, and then you can use that elsewhere when you're doing other songs. So then back to the 1. All right. So first, get the harmony, get the concept of 1 chord, 6 chord, 4 chord, minor 4 chord, 1 chord, 3 chord, 6 chord. And then we'll just go back to the position, and then 1 chord, 6 augmented, 2, 5, 1. All right. Then kind of play around with the melody and kind of get those notes on top. And that kind of gives you enough to get the foundation. That's enough of a first step, and then add the melody, and that'll take you pretty far. So, all right, that should be enough for now.